Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 1st of October. My name is Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Peer.
And Gary, I was
and
just...
a pinch and a punch for the first of the month, Philip.
My goodness, you're so original, Gary. I was just looking at the calendar on my iPad a few moments ago, Gary, and I was counting up the number of Saturdays until the third Saturday in December, when this market will officially close down, as it does every year. Only 12 auction Saturdays to go before the end of the year.
Is that it?
Which is quite phenomenal, which means that if you don't jump in the next 3, 4 or 5 weeks, you've missed your opportunity to sell in the year 2013.
Did you look at that just now, or was that you've been your whole weekend? Because you had a quiet weekend.
You know what, Gary? This was the grand final weekend, and well done to the Melbourne Hawthorn Football Club.
Melbourne Hawthorn.
Well, it was going to be the Melbourne Hawthorn Football Club, which it had have been. The only reason I say Melbourne Hawthorn Football Club, Gary, is because they beat Fremantle, which was great to keep the cup in Victoria.
Yes, and I see you've worn the purple as a mark of respect for Freo. It's very kind. I've got a bit of purple in there, I think, too.
Yeah, and you know what? You look around the MCG on as the final siren, and that old saying that winners are grinners.
Yes, and losers can do as they please.
Well,
Philip.
you know, it was a sad moment for the Fremantle Football Club, but well done to Ross Lyon and his men for going from, I think it was 14th in the last couple of years, up to the premiership contender. And congratulations to the MCG that housed in excess of 100,000 people.
100,007 Saturday. And Phil, there's hope for you now for Melbourne. When you see that sort of stuff go on, the Melbourne Football Club could be there. Let's get on to real estate, Phil. What a big weekend we had. We only had one auction, didn't we? That was it.
If viewers go back on our website to the first episode of GPTV, and if you want to have a good laugh, I suggest you do, because we looked a lot younger, we stammered in front of the camera, not the completely fluid professional outfit we are today. But if you have a look at the first episode, Gary, we did say that we would tell the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth on this show. We would present the facts, the good, the bad, the ugly and the indifferent. And I have to say, Gary, we had 100% failure on the weekend.
It was a big zero. The duck egg, Phil.
I shouldn't be laughing about this. We had a 100% failure rate, which is something that we rarely ever do. The only saving grace to our 100% failure on the weekend, Gary, is we only had one auction. So.
0 for 1, Phil. And we did actually get an offer on that property. It's in the Latrobe Court, a very nice unit. I went along there, and Leo Samuel did a damn good job. We did pass it in. We've got an offer on the table of $850,000, Philip, but it's not enough.
I suppose it's the only good news about passing that property in is that if viewers haven't had a chance to have a look at it, I suggest you do, because I was amazed when the auction result came in. I was just expecting that would sell. But sell it will in the next couple of days, I would imagine.
And it is worth more than $850, and we'll get it. Phil, let's talk about what's going on. There is so much happening. Firstly, and get ready for it, I think this weekend we have, wait for it, 32 new properties starting this weekend.
I saw that email come in from Amy in our advertising department saying...
Good on you, Amy. You do a great job, by the way.
You do, Amy.
Love
Amazing job. But she sent a list around with those 32 properties, and I thought to myself, I'm not going into Amy's office at all this week because that's a huge job.
Could be dangerous.
Releasing all that stock. So viewers, if you're looking for something, get ready, because we're releasing a lot of property this week.
And last week, Philly, on the couch with Darren Crongold, I can't tell you, Philip, David Kingston, I thought it was a very good session, actually, although, you know, I think it's better when I'm here. For me, it's better.
There's no question, Gary, you are my absolute preferred anchor. You do a great job in supporting me on this show, and but Darren, I thought, did a great job.
No, he did do a good job. I'm only having fun. He did a damn good job. Thanks, Darren, for filling in.
I just want to talk again, because we keep hearing this boom word all the time, Gary.
It's in the paper on the weekend.
Every paper I pick up in the last 2 weeks is talking about the boom in real estate, and there is no question that prices are on the rise. So for those buyers that are thinking about getting into the marketplace, forget what you're reading in the newspaper. The facts on the ground are multiple bidders at auction, many properties going for in excess of the reserve price. There's no question this market is moving, and the sooner you buy, the sooner you lock yourself into today's prices and reap the rewards of a rising property market.
Best bets. You won't see anything about real estate and best bets. You won't see anything about the results. Let's talk about, Phil, last week, because you didn't talk about the week before. We actually had a pretty good weekend the week before. We sold 9 out of 12, 75%. One of the auctions that we sold, which we talked about, so I thought I always think it's good to let viewers know what happened was in Alma Road, and that was the property that belonged to Michaela Bannis, who has just finished, on television, just finished Upper Middle Bogan, which was a lot of fun, by the way.
You've been watching?
Well done to her. I've been watching it. There's one series left. It's been very funny. It's been great, actually. Anyway, Michaela, well done, because Michaela and Cade sold their property in Alma Road, 14 at 355 Alma Road. Philip, the reserve was in the high fours, but lo and behold, you went and sold it for $555,000. And, may I say, and I know you want to get a word in, but you're not going to, David Cutler, who sold that property and did a damn good job, went and sold them something else straight away.
Well, more importantly,
that's what good real estate agents do.
More importantly, I got a text message from David Cutler saying that he couldn't make the meeting this morning because he is off to hospital where his wife is about to give birth to a baby.
That's a poor excuse.
No.
Get your priorities right.
I sent him a text back saying...
It's a sales meeting,
exactly.
David.
So what's your excuse? Why aren't you coming in?
Exactly right.
But next week we will be able to announce the hopefully the safe arrival of David and Lee Cutler's second child.
Maybe a little photo, maybe a name. Let's make it beautiful.
Maybe we could bring the baby onto GPTV, Gary.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm away, well, Darren can have the baby.
Finally get some sense on this show.
We could. Let's talk about what's happening this weekend, Phil, because we do have a busy one. Let's start running through some of those properties. But before we do, Philip, I think we should talk just about where we are now, because we are here at number 12 Alder Street in Caulfield South, and what a fabulous home this is.
Well,
Philip.
you can tell us about this, Gary, because this is your listing, I believe.
It is my listing. This is a terrific period home, selling for the most delightful family here, and this has got a fabulous feel to it, Philip. At the front, we've got a really classic period home look. At the back, it's kind of Cape Cod style. You've got the most fabulous pool fills. You can enjoy summer here, and this is a home in a great position. You've got the tram down the road, true family accommodation, 4 good-sized bedrooms.
Look, this is a stunning house. I've got to cut in now. It is a stunning house. It's been beautifully renovated. It's got all the features you want, but there is nothing Cape Cod about this house.
That looks a little bit Cape Cod-ish.
You know what? 30 years in real estate, you still cannot describe a house architecturally.
You know what? We're going to put the image up, and viewers can have your own say about whether you think it's Cape Cod-ish or not. You're going to be so good with the truth and the facts.
Cape Cod.
Yeah.
Where is Cape Cod?
You don't even know Cape Cod.
Where is Cape Cod?
I'm not going to tell you now. You don't deserve to know. Anyway, this particular auction, Philip, is coming up in 2 weeks' time. But let's wrap up what's coming up. Let's wrap up the Cape Cod and other listings that we have for this weekend. Philip, we kick off on Saturday in the wonderful leafy Bayside suburb of Elwood. Philip, Jeremy Rosens is auctioning apartment 10 at 131 Brighton Road, Elwood. That's a terrific 2-bedroom apartment, somewhere priced in that sort of high 4s, low 5s. We're looking forward to that. And Jeremy then moves on to Shirley Grove in East St Kilda. Surely you can't be serious, but I am, Philip. That is a terrific 1-bedroom in that beautiful garden setting. We've sold in that block before. I think you might know it. Fantastic. Or remember it. Phil, at 12:30, I'm auctioning 16 Redan Road, Caulfield North. That is a terrific 3-bedroom, single-level home. Had a lot of interest in that one. 6 Rigby Avenue, Carnegie, Philip. Jeremy Rosens is auctioning that simultaneously at 12:30, and we are off and finishing off, I should say, in Westbury Street in East St Kilda, a terrific contemporary modern apartment with a courtyard, and that is at 3:30 p.m. Leor Samuel does that one on Saturday. What do you got for us on Sunday, big fella?
Busy Sunday, Gary. The first auction, we've got apartment number 12 at 133 Boran Road, Caulfield South, a 1-bedroom apartment. Ben Rothschild's there. Leor is auctioning. That'll be high 2s, maybe early 3s. I then kick off my day at 10:30 also at number 2A Oak Crescent, Caulfield South.
That's a terrific property.
Well, we did GPTV there last week. We've got plenty of interest in that, probably high 8s, maybe into the mid 9s. Then I move on to Ackland Street, one of my favourite addresses.
Great address.
It's like going home, Gary. One at 26A Ackland Street, St Kilda, and of course that is a $500,000 plus apartment. Move on then to number 21 Scott Street in Caulfield South. That's at 11:30, and Darren Krongold and Sally Zellman handling that. That's going to be somewhere in the $800,000 plus range. I'm then going to move on to 1 at 219 Alma Road, St Kilda East. That's at 12:30. Now that is the most fantastic 2-bedroom apartment, ground floor with the biggest courtyard garden I think I've ever seen. That is absolutely spectacular. That's at 12:30, 1 at 219 Alma Road, St Kilda East. Number 12 Morris Street. Well, we've done GPTV GPTV there, Gary. That is a big, glamorous, fabulous house in the most gorgeous street right in the heart of Caulfield North, the Golden Mile.
That's a beauty, Phil, that one.
That's at 1:30, Gary. Then I'm going to finish my day at number 2 Omar Street in Caulfield South. That is a period-style home on a really good parcel of land with a north-facing orientation at the back. That's going to be $1 million plus. Where it starts and where it finishes remains to be seen, Gary.
It's actually at 2:30, not 12:30, Philip.
2:30, of course.
Yes. We are looking forward to bringing you lots of interesting information about the marketplace through spring because it's all happening, Phil. We're in the thick of it now.
October is one of the busiest months I think we've ever had. So we've got a lot of auctions this month, Gary.
In the home straight.
Hopefully we'll have to stack up on vitamins and cough lollies and voice promoters.
Yes, we'll have to stay fit and healthy and strong, Phil, and lean and tough.
That's it.
That's the news this week on GPTV on the 1st of October, a new month. We hope it's a good one for all of our viewers and for the real estate market, for buyers and sellers alike. There's some great properties coming through. We're looking forward to telling you all about them. I'm Gary Peer.
I'm Philip Kingston. Get in, make the most of a rising property market, and we'll see you next week.
Bye now.